Who back? I'm back. I'm black. Ooh. I feel like something got up in my nose. Let me see how this light hitting. Let me see. Never, bro. Dark side of that moment type shit, bro. Smoking a little clip blunt, man. It's because I ain't want to cop. So I was going to stop smoking. So I didn't cop. But I'm smoking. I've been smoking. Never stopped smoking. Maybe for like a day or... No. I never stopped. Yeah, I was always smoking little clip blunts. But anyway, I was just appreciating my market knowledge, man. And figured I'll just go ahead and record my trading journey. You know, when I watch interviews of other traders' trading journeys, I've heard maybe one or two good ones, like decent ones, out of maybe the 8 or 10 I've watched. But it still wasn't as in-depth. I want some water, but because I'm recording already, I ain't gonna move. They never go real in-depth about the advancements of their strategies, bro. Like, they never go real in-depth enough about their actual journey, bro. They be leaving out all kinds of numbers and shit, which is what allows you to follow when this happened, when that happened. And even still, I won't be able to give as accurate an account as I would like to, because it's just, you know, been a little minute, hasn't been too heavily documented. But anyway, I'm at this point of culmination. I'm at this point of culmination, which is why I even was doing the appreciation, because I'm like, dang, I done came this far. But it all started for me with stocks. I was like 21, 26 now. Haven't made $1 million yet, but there's no other option for me than to make millions and potentially, eventually, $1 billion. And then billions. This shit gone. All gone. I read a book called A 10-Minute Millionaire, because it was like it only take 10 minutes to screen for the stock, and then, you know, putting on the trade only take a couple presses of a button, a couple seconds. So in that book, I got introduced to overbought and oversold conditions of the market, just 30 and 70, or 70 and 30 respectively, RSI. 14-day time period, 14-day ATR. Those are the things he presented, maybe a stochastic, I don't know. But ATR, like a 200-day SMA, and RSI stocks. Made some money in stocks, whatever. Years later, I end up in Forex. And I just bring the same shit. I'm like, hey, I already know how to trade. Somebody tried to put me on Marcus Live shit, trying to sign me up. I signed up maybe for like 1 month. Never joined no Zoom calls, never partook in shit. Just signed up for 1 month. Didn't learn much. The person who set me up, his girlfriend drew out some shit, some chart patterns. I never really used chart patterns to trade. So yeah, no value really extracted from there. But as far as my journey, I just since I was trading and not investing, I shortened the time span from 14-day on the RSI to 7. I started tweaking my RSI, and I remember just I had an air mattress at the time. Maybe at this point, I was 22. Or maybe just, remember in the beginning, because it was like October 25th. It was when I first started, when I signed up with MetaTrader, and I always traded live from the beginning and never did a demo account. I did at some point, but like I had already lost thousands of dollars by the time I did a demo account. So, in the beginning, I'm just 30 to 70 RSI, just trying to work that out. Just riding the RSI and, trading Euro USD. And, sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. I had some success in the beginning, of course. That's a part of what keeps you going is success. You can do it because you've done it. So, still to this day, RSI, 7-day period on the RSI. The levels I got on is 50, 30, 70, 20, and 80. I had some other ones through some back tests, and I found, it do some stuff around here. It was like 38 point something and 62 point something that I put those levels. And, I was rocking with that for a while. Losing more than I made, doing like $50 at a time. Sometimes, less. Then there was a point. So for the most part, at the beginning it was less, but then Bitcoin went through this phase where it was like you gotta buy $50 at least at a time. Then that phase ended, but I just kept funding up $50 at a time. To that point, I'm pretty sure that still just riding out the RSI, putting on sales arbitrarily just because that shit is at 70 RSI, putting on buys just because, the RSI is at 30. Trading on like the hour one. And, sometimes, you sit there, it get more extreme. Sometimes I put on more of trades to support my buys. Sometimes I wouldn't. Sometimes I would just close, take a loss. Sometimes I put that shit on, go to sleep, wake up to some money. A notable win during that period was I doubled $50. I doubled $50 in like 8 hours. I had a little system. rocking with the RSI. You know, it was cool. But then I started talking to my brother's friend, Robert. He been trading for a little minute. And he told me about GBP AUD. He told me how that shit pushed. He told me about uh, swings. He told me about swings with the candlesticks. What else happened? I got introduced to a couple indicators, the Fibonacci, alligator lines, parabolic SARs, the bubbles, Bollinger Bands, stochastics. I got introduced to some. And the MACD. Got introduced to some indicators, and what would happen is I would, given what I knew already, when I got those indicators in my hand, I was like, oh man, I can see the market so much clearer now. I can see the market so clear. And then I could see the market so much clearer. Then I would start trading the indicators, trading that new indicator more than the RSI. So I remember a period, parabolic SARs. I thought I was onto something with them parabolic SARs, man. They was really part of the plan. I didn't take too much to Fibonacci. I didn't take too much to Bollinger until I got further insight. Then I did that shit again, fucked up, and was over trading, giving too much merit, too much respect to the Bollinger Bands, and them shits would just get ran. I'm like, what the fuck? It's supposed to reverse when it touched that, when it gets to that level, but it would just, and then it would just ride that bitch. Like, it wouldn't even, not even the consequent, the consecutive whatever, not even the next candles would sell. Not even the next candle would buy. That shit would just ride that fucking extreme ass line, bro. The lowest or the highest band, it would just ride that shit, bro. And I would be like, what the fuck, bro? Like, fuck. So I stopped using Bollinger Bands, the parabolic SAR bubbles. Anybody knows about those, they're not the most, you shouldn't conduct your trading based off those. Alligator lines, oh yeah, SMA, EMA know about those as well. I had that SMA on for a little bit because it was a part of the stock thing, but it was just too long term. Tried messing with that, but I got rid of it. But anyway, I knew about that before I got put on. And all these other ones I got put on by another one of my younger brother's friends, Kadeem. He told me about a whole bunch of indicators. And he told me about the MACD and all that, and the parabolic SAR and the alligator lines and the Fibonacci. And he showed me all these things at one time. Other things noteworthy, I can't really give a timeline, but I know this is all in 1 year. I know it's all in 1 year. It's all within like the first 6 months of me trading that I got all this information, and I was really feeling like I knew something. I was making like $40. I would be in I remember there was a time I was in 2.44s in AUD USD. I mean GBP AUD, and that shit was going. And I got a lot of times that I remember, a lot of trades I can remember in the first couple of months, and I just was trying to get everybody to give me money. I'm like, bro, I'm a hit. I can do this for us, blah, blah, blah. But now, oh man. So trading journey, giving some timestamps, okay? Stocks was 21. I'm 26 now. I started trading Forex. I was like 23 and some change. Yeah. 23 and some change. No. Yeah, I was 23. Then I turned 24. So yeah, that's 6 months. So it was October 25th while I was 23. Then, I turned 24 within that 6 month span. My birthday's in January. So I learned a whole bunch of shit in the first 6 months. And then it is a process of refinement, but just noteworthy things besides all them indicators. MACD stuck with me. MACD is that's my system. RSI, MACD, price action, swing highs. This shit that Robert told me, that shit stuck. And then the MACD that Kadeem told me about, that shit stuck. Then the guy that signed me up, his name Chance, that nigga, he sent me this course that he was like, bro, don't send this shit to nobody else. This is really the drip, you know what I'm saying? It's an ICT course, ITC mentorship thing. I listened to some of that. He put me on to like using the period separators on my chart. He told me and then using those periods, the highs and the lows of the periods, stop hunts, liquidity raids. I learned about those things, but I don't really use those in my trading. But yeah, so we got Robert, Chance, Kadeem, or Chance, Robert, Kadeem that played, and then the ICT. Those is outside of just my trial and error from the book. So then the book as well, the places I've learned from so far that I've mentioned. And then my own trial and error, my own observations and stuff like that. Just, man, I spent so much time in front of the charts. I put that trade on, I'm sitting and watching it. I'm not in the trade, I'm watching the market. The market is closed, I'm studying that bitch. Like, I was just all about the market for really that whole first year. Really, really. Then I start dialing back. But that first 6 months, got the MACD. So I had all the components of my system, 30 and 70 RSI. This swing pattern, this was also referenced in the ICT mentorship course thing. And that's also a key part of my system. The market moves in swings from candle to candle. Swing highs form. The most volatile ones, well, the reversal ones, of course, form at the overbought and oversold. I at this point, I was getting into things that I know now. I keep trying to focus on this 6 month period. So, given the components of my system, had all those relatively early. Mentioned the people who gave me those tips and tricks. The person who wrote the book, I don't know the book, but the book is called 10-Minute Millionaire. I'll put it in another video. GBP AUD. So getting that. The currency pair, the strength relationship, I think I might have learned that in the ICT course as well. But the currency strength, so having GBP AUD and seeing how that shit move, I went and added AUD pairs to my list. AUD USD, AUD NZD, AUD CAD. I added all these AUD pairs to my list because I'm like, okay, GBP AUD, when that's doing this, that means GBP is buying, AUD is selling. So I go look at other AUD, go look at the AUD pairs. And the one that will always be consistently holding that relationship was AUD USD. So AUD USD, that's a component of the system that stuck. I got away from GBP AUD because that bitch is just so fucking volatile and it's weird. It's weird to me now. I was in love with it when I first got introduced to it because it's so volatile. I was like, yeah, this shit gonna feed. But that shit made nigga broke, man. That shit made nigga broke. There's just so much stress, bro. It's so much. The candles, every candle is so volatile. It's just so much stress trading that shit. And then I found out that AUD USD is probably the cheapest margin currency pair to trade. So I was like, why would I trade anything else if the profit calculation is the same? It moved 300 pips, and you in this lot size, you make this much money. You know what I'm saying? Why would I pay more to do that shit? So I fell in love with AUD USD. That shit moved real smooth, especially in relation to fucking GBP AUD. So yeah. That's like the first 6 months. The important parts, you know. Regarding directly to trading, now there's another aspect of like me doing this and seeing the little bit of success that I've seen, knowing that it's only gonna increase and I'm gonna benefit everyone around me. I was trying to get the people around me to invest. I was like, I can make us all rich. I get rich, y'all get rich. I can make y'all money and make myself money and get this experience and all this and that. So I used to advocate to everyone hella hard, and it just felt like, man, damn, I got no support. Like, how can nobody else see the value in this and want to invest in this, as hard as me, as consistently as me, at least. You don't even got to be putting in as much money, but wasn't getting the investors, wasn't getting the investments. I did eventually get my neighbor. He gave me like 200. I flipped that shit, gave him 400 back. But along the way, I fucked that shit up. So I used my own money to make his money to get, because, I didn't want to just tell him I didn't do that. So I didn't just give him $400 of mine. I still made it out the market. But I did fumble the bag first. My cousin, I made some money for her. Yeah, my dad, he gave me some money. I doubled his shit. I was like, do you want it? He was like, no, keep going. Fuck that shit up. So yeah, I did get some investors. I did get some investments, and I did make some people some money. But that wasn't in the first 6 months. This is the first year now. Didn't clarify that, but it's been clarified now. This is just events outside of the progress in my trading, just giving the whole journey. But yeah, man, that shit made me really see that people they don't really want to be rich. They like to talk about it, they like to want things, but they don't like to work for them, bro. They'll tell themselves they can't afford it, but everybody knows, like, you make money for, like, when you care, when you see the value, you're gonna make that shit happen. You're gonna take some kind of stride towards it. So the fact that so many people is like, oh, I can't, let me see you do it first. Like, I can understand that, but it's like, if I do it first, it's not gonna be free no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we can get rich together now, or I'm gonna tax you later. But anyway, moving on, man. Just the progression of the journey is I really started focusing on that 3-bar pattern swing. I started focusing on the cohesions. You know what I'm saying? I started getting real good with all these cohesions of everything, putting it all together. And especially that time frame cohesion, that time frame analysis, I got really, really good at that, got into that. The market mechanics, I got good with the market mechanics. Start putting more and more money in. I start quitting jobs, bro. I start quitting my job. I'm like, man, I'm about to hit, bro. I'm about to hit. This is it and I'm done working. I probably quit. So now I'm talking kind of in general of the whole thing. If I could try and put some dates, maybe like once a year, going from basically 24 to 26. So maybe twice a year, twice in 1 year, I had quit. I was quitting, man. One time I got fired. Bro. I would refuse to work because I'm like, bruh, this trading shit is going to hit. I know what I'm doing. The market moves and swings. And, when I just knew that I knew what I knew and I could do what I could do and it was going to get done. I was going to make it happen. I don't need a job. I can turn $50 into 300. Like, I done had success at this point. We going to say this like a year and a half because I'm really, right now, I'm maybe like 2 years, maybe like 8 months. So we over 2.5. We over 2.5 years. Or this might be the month of 2.5. I don't know. But I'm like a year and a half in now. I'll say is when I really had some success. And I was quitting jobs. So like the first time I quit, paid my rent for the month, did some other shit, took the rest of my money, funded that shit up, blew that shit in one morning. I blew that shit in one morning, quit my job, used my money for other shit, put the rest into the account, said, all right, let's go. Blew that shit that fucking morning, bro. Oh my God, the stress. Oh man. But ultimately, I remember saying that morning, I was like, bro, this is one of the best mornings of my life. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the best mornings. Because, you just learn. It's just learning. It's just seeing, just experiments. It's just an experience. It's a part of the story. And I knew, you know what I'm saying? Any money if you can lose money that fast, you can make it that fast. You just got to be going the right way. So in seeing that shit can happen like that, that means I can make that. You know what I'm saying? I can make that. I can do this. I'm here when volatility hits or the amount of trades I take, whatever the fuck it is, it equal all my money. I can double my account. Shit. So there was that time. What? It was just another time I quit. I don't know if I was really, really staking it on it like that or if it was just like I quit and it was a possibility, so I was hoping. But it wasn't working out, so niggas would end up like doing DoorDash and then end up getting another job. And this is before, man, I didn't really timeline it. So yeah, still in this year and a half period, I had went back to work, had a plumbing job. One of my neighbors was the owner of this company. And he's a friend of the neighbor that loaned me or invested the $200. I went to start working for him. That job, I like that job, man. I liked it, bro. I was doing plumbing. That shit was cool. I was doing water lines, not like doing the shit out the toilets. But apparently that job pays more. Just go real quick, undo a leak, a clog or some shit, fix a leak, undo a clog. Bands, you know what I'm saying? So they say. But I was doing water lines and like construction homes. Pre-residential water lines. And I'm trading on the job. I used to get in trouble with my old job. I used to work for my pastor. I used to work directly for owners of companies, bro. Straight, directly for the owner of the company. I know them, work for them. I was working for this dude, and I would be trading on the job, man. And he's like, Casey, I can tell when you trading, bro. You be sitting in the car for bad long. Man. But anyway, I'm trading on that job. I'm trading on the job I got now. I'm always trade, bro. That's the way. That's the way out, man. And now we here. So anyway, I'm trading on that job. I'm making the most money I ever made on a job. I was making over $1,000 a week doing this shit. Wasn't even working OD hours. Standard like construction factory. Blue collar, white collar, whatever kind of collar job this is. That is like 50 hours a week. $1,000. Making 18 an hour, 50 hours a week. Shit was sweet, bro. Shit was nice. And I'm on the clock, bro. This was the height of my trading so far, like profitably. I wasn't the best trader. I'm the best trader now. I'm the best trader I've ever been now. It's not like, ooh, whatever, I just been in a drought. I'm the best trader I've ever been now. But I was good enough then, and I had the money then, and the market was the way it was. And I was on the clock making $800, bro. I was making $800 before 12. Still got $1,000. Still got a check coming in. And one night I stayed up working. I stayed up trading. And I woke up late for work, and I was gonna come in, and then bruh just like he fired me through text message right there. I was like, okay, nigga, I don't care. Like, bro, I'm hitting in the market. And that was the height of my trading, bro. It didn't last long. It lasted like 1 week. For 9 days, I made $7,000. But it was $4,000. It was 7,000 gross, 4,000 net. And out of that 4,000, man, I think I took out only like 2,600 and lost the rest. And that's when things I got real, with the market. I was like, what? How do I just start losing, bro? And I remember what started the losing is I started trying to catch the swing on the week. I went for the buy on like a Thursday, and that shit kept selling. And yeah, after that period, that was great. Use that money. I'll pay for everything on my dad's birthday. Bought my brother some stuff. Bought my mother some stuff. Bought myself some stuff. That's how I got this shit. These my trophies, man. These my trophies, man. Sign of the time. That's in my trophies. These my trophies. It's sign of the time, man. And it was just trading that shit. Eight swings, just trading swings and AUD, USD, GBP, AUD, counter trading those two, and trading gold. That's all. That's how I made all that money. I was popping like 0.5s and shit. So I had put in $1,000. I had put in 1,000. Yep. And I haven't really put in 1,000 since I've been the trader I am now. There have been several times since then, and I'm talking rather recently, that I put in my whole check and blew that shit. I put in my whole check, lost that whole bitch, bro. But, you know, everything, you know, I still handle my responsibilities and shit. But I'm gonna take the risk, man. We getting out of here, bro. We getting out of here, bro. I'm getting out of this work shit, man. I'm getting out of the workforce. I got way too many talents to them cultivate, man. I got way too much money to make, way too much potential to realize, man, to be spending 40, 50 hours a week, you know, making somebody else rich. Like, how y'all making all this money and you can only pay people this much? You can only pay people this much per hour, man. And then the people that's getting paid that much, hey, how you be okay with it for so long, bro? You know what I'm saying? Investing is just available to everybody. Not everybody has to invest to get rich. You can just supplement your income. But you know, as the money make money, you gonna make more money, bro. So it's whatever, man. Everybody could really be making more money. You know, billionaires gotta buy stuff too. Billionaires lose trades. Like money just circulate and you out of rotation, bro. Like, but anyway, so first 6 months, got all the components of the trading. The next year, had great successes, you know, started refining. Then from that year and a half, that next year to this point, it was the drought, man. It was the drought, bro. Droughty Droughterson, bro. Drought a lot, bro. Fuck, that shit sucked, man. Cause I'm like, bro, how do you go from hitting like this to not hitting, bro? So like having to accepting to go back to work, I did not want to go back to work, bro. And I went back to work. I went back to Jersey Mike's, which was a job I had when it was before I started trading stocks. But it was in that period. It was that job. Then I had went to like another sub place. Then I had like end up at Taco Bell. And Taco Bell, I started learning to trade and got the opportunity to trade. One of my other cousins invested in me, not the one I invested for. He invested in me when I was investing in stocks. He didn't want to invest in me again in Forex until I hit. My other cousin, she didn't invest as much as he invested, but I made her money back, and I made my neighbor his money back. But yeah, that was Taco Bell. That was like August. That was August of whatever that year was. That I was 21. That was August, man. That man, he gave me that money to invest. I quit Taco Bell instantly. I quit Taco Bell instantly, boy. Instantly, man. Anyway, where was I? What was I talking about? I know I was talking about the drought period. Okay, so I started talking about jobs. So yeah, Jersey Mike's was in that year of me turning 21. Yeah. Yeah. Stock started at 21. I keep thinking about Forex. I'm like, that's kind of early. It's okay. So yeah, I had turned 21 at Jersey Mike's, and they had fired me in like February. Cause I remember I had a girlfriend. Anyway, bro, from Jersey Mike's to another job anyway, I went back to Jersey Mike's. And I'm telling these niggas, man, hey, I don't even really need this job, bro. But I could use a check right now, you know? I need some more capital. I'm about to get right back in my stride, get back to making $1,000 a day. Did not happen. So anyway, I'm there. Then something else happens. I end up moving. When I moved, Man, shit, that was, man, when I moved, I was just like, bruh, no, I'm not working, bro. Dumbass shit. Cause I'm going to hit in the market. What's the rent at this place? $1,000. I'll make that shit, bro. I'm not working. I got some money. I got capital. I'm gonna make that shit. Pay that shit. I'm not working. Did not go according to the plan. Nothing went according to the plan. Didn't. Just was droughts, bro. Drought. And then I've had some success. I proposed to my mom after I fucking blew my own money. I said, Ma, send me some money. I'm gonna flip that shit and pay for this damn rent. And she sent me that shit and I blew that shit. I blew that shit and I remember that trade too, bro. Oh my God, bro. I've never been so mad. Like how I lost that money. That money from my job, that was $300 that I lost in one morning. Boom, blew that shit. My mom's money, she sent me like $250. I blew that shit in like 2 hours, nigga. Cause the money was like due that day or some shit. So trading under pressure, everybody knows, or they say it don't work. But if you can lose it that fast, you can make it that fast. You just got to be going the right way. I was there when the volatility hit, was not going the right way, and I remember my hands were wet. My hands were wet and I was not able to close the trade, bro. Oh my God, bro. And then I tried to get into to going the other way because it had sold like fuck. So I hop into the bottom, I make the money right back, whatever. That bitch kept selling, bro. I swear. Ever since the drought began, I've never seen so much extreme movement in the market. And saying that made me realize what the difference was, and I forgot to what the difference was, and I forgot to point out this shit. At some point, so my brother, he started getting serious about trading. He started off with some currencies, and he was more into like USD, JPY, and like he was into yen. He was into yen stuff. He was like CAD, JPY, CAD, or CAD, JPY. JPY is always in the back. CAD, JPY, and USD, JPY, and GBP, JPY. He was just JPY. He liked that shit. He liked trading in. And once he got some success in the yen and shit, he was, fuck currencies, nigga. I'm about to go trade oil. I'm about to go trade indices. It's more profitable. I'm like, damn, all right, go ahead, bro. Shit. He went ahead. And then, he's seeing how that shit can go, through losing money. He had some wins, had some losses and shit. And so him fucking with that shit, I went ahead and started fucking with that shit. And ever since I started fucking with that shit, I swear, bro, every single pair I look at, volatility be crazy. The candles be crazy, bro. Oh my goodness. So, man, it was somewhere in that period. I was already trading gold. I already didn't like oil. And this was like, so I could do that. I could kind of timestamp things. I started trading October 25th. October 25th, I was 21. That's five. So that's what, like 20. I'm not 21. I was 22. 23. It's 2023. So that's 3 years ago. So that's 2020. 2020 COVID. The plays. I'm telling my cousin, bro. Because I'm still watching the stock market and shit. I'm telling my cousin, bro, the market is crashing. We need to buy all this and that. Once it comes back, boom, boom. Man, well, he ain't make no move. My motherfucking dumbass didn't invest none of my own money. Stupid. Market came back. Everything I was watching went according to plans. Niggas would have made bands. Anyway, that was 2020. It was later in 2020 I started trading Forex. 23. October 25th, 2023. Niggas get on MetaTrader. Boom. All that shit. 2021, I turned 24. it was in that off season. So yeah, it was in the winter. So it was the off season for the job I had before, which was a seasonal job, mosquito shit, spraying, treatments. It was called mosquito fighters. Was doing that. So yeah, get back. Season starts back up. And maybe I don't go back to work for them. Maybe I end up quitting that shit again. I don't know. 2021, trying timestamp stuff in 2021. Maybe I was working for him in 2021, and then that was the year that I had quit. I had quit like near the end of the season or something. I don't know. But I know I know it was during that period. I was definitely working for him. It was during that period that I got on the 6 month period that I got all the indicators and I was trading GBP, AUD, and all that shit. So that's like spring, summer 2021. Come back around. I guess I didn't go back to work for him, and that's when I went to the plumbing job. So 25. That's the golden year, 25. I had the plumbing job. Got fired, but was already hitting. This is when I'm already like, yeah, I'm big sold on swing highs and swing lows, and the market moves and swings. The this RSI, that RSI, hour 1, 15, hour 4, hour 1, the date. I had all my time frame cohesions. My swing, I had my whole strategy. I just knew that I knew what I knew at this point, bro. Straight up. At this point, I just swear I was him in the market, bro. Drop. I'm also operating spiritually with this. It's not just confidence in myself, confidence in the market. This is spiritually. This is walking in faith. Like, this gonna work, It got worked out, but it didn't work. The market, the money, no, it didn't work. But we still here, All the millionaires got their highs and their lows and shit based on what they will and will not do, based on the choices they make. That was the period where, like a homelessness period. But I wasn't homeless, but I definitely wasn't working. That was that lowest low where it's like, man. Oh, so I guess to tell that story, how things did not go according to plan, the lowest lows and shit, like, bro, I pawned everything. I had to pawn everything I owned. Every single thing. I pawned the gold, pawned every single thing I owned, bro. Just to get some money to make one payment. Just to get some money towards 1 month. And then the next month, I still didn't go back to work. I was doing donations. There's a black dot right there. I was donating blood. And I just knew I was going to flip some money. You could turn $30 into 300, 3,000. I just knew I was going to flip some money, bro. So I'm donating. I get my $70 payment. And I'm about to flip this shit. You know what I'm saying? I might go cop some gas, you feel me? I'll flip the 40 that's left. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I just knew I was going to flip something, bro. That shit never happened, bro. It did not happen. But I just kept studying and charting, when I got another job, I just kept funding up, bro. Like, I'm not stopping trading for shit. I'm not stopping, I already hit. How can I stop? I didn't have success. I didn't stop when I was failing. When I had less success, I didn't stop. How am I going to stop now? I literally got gold on me. How the fuck I'm going to stop trading now? What do you mean? I done made money for other people. How am I going to stop? And I'm not even a quitter. How am I going to stop? So get the next job. Keep funding up. Have some wins and losses, of course. And my prosperity consciousness continues to grow. I keep getting more and more aggressive. I keep getting more aggressive with my money. I keep like, bro, I gotta trade more. I gotta trade more. I gotta trade more. Like, losses do not deter me at all, bro. If I want to make that shit happen, I know I can make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen, bro. You know, I just go harder, bro. That's it. But the worst part about the whole situation, bro, is that there was everything present for that could have been sweet, bro. Like it, man, that shit could have been the turn up. You feel me? I could still be living over there on some shit, bro. Shit could have been so sweet, bro. Listen, but my stubbornness, but my faith, the plate, bro. So I told my job, I told Jersey Mike's, hey, I'm about to have to move. Is there any Jersey Mike's around there where I gotta go to? He's like, yeah, there's one on Oakhurst. That bitch was literally like 5 minutes up the street by bike, bro. I had a bike, bro. I had a bike. And the location was like new, so it was slow. I could have been making easy money for the 2 weeks, for the 2 months. I could have been making easy money the easy way for 2 months. A plug found me, bro. I was going to the gas station, biked over to the gas station. I think I was like buying a Rita or some shit. Or maybe a 40, just buying some shit. Fucking plug, posted. You feel me? A plug, nigga. Yo, you need? Yes. Yes, bro. Got a plug, had a plug, gas station right here. This over there, bro. I wasn't needing for nothing. I biked mad far. I biked past all this shit, pawning my shit. I knew where everything was. The second month, I could have got right. Nope. Nope. I'm not working no more. I don't gotta work. I'm like that in the market, bro. Shit is crazy. Shit was crazy, man. Shit did not have to be critical at all. Sometimes God hardens Pharaoh's heart, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, got that shit ended. Back here. Back to Jersey Mike's. And I guess now the for the culmination of everything, all the while, you know, I'm just getting better at targeting swing highs, but I'm, you know, the aggressiveness, you know, not managing risk well, was just still constantly costing me all my wins. It's not that shit just was just really drop like it was Droughty McDrought, drought. You feel me? It gets better. But I still was letting my wins turn to losses and letting my big wins get small. Like, I still wasn't, but I definitely had that shit. I definitely, you feel me? My trades went into profit, bro. I was definitely supposed to be profitable. I was basically profitable, man. And even still, as I make this video, well, no, not as I make this video, but we could say yesterday, profits, you know, they get away. They get away. But this culmination, the importance of structure. See, like I said, those chart patterns that Chance girlfriend drew up and shit, I never really traded with chart patterns. I never really fucking gave a fuck about market structure and support and resistance. I just knew that these candles move in swings. This RSI is here. this bar is full. I'm gonna sell before it makes a wick. I'm gonna get some money. I don't need to know all that other shit. Yes. I mean, not necessarily the patterns or pennant and the flag and the channel I don't need to know all that stuff, but at least having the patience and looking for the structure. Look for the corresponding M and the W for the swing high and the swing low on that hour 1 or that hour 4 to be appearing on the 15 or the 5. Just because it's at 30 RSI, don't mean it can't go down to 20. That's why I have it marked. Don't mean that it can't go down to fucking 10. I don't have that marked. But the RSIs can get extreme. These candlesticks can get very large. The MACD, like all these indicators, literally just reflect the price. The price can do whatever it want, and it's just gonna look how it look on the indicator. I can't be trading indicators so heavily. I can't be trading, oh, it's a swing high, I'm gonna sell. And then that shit just become more and more of a swing high, and it's a fucking big ass candle. And I got all these sales in here. I should have spotted the continuation because I'm not looking at structure. See what I'm saying? So the importance of structure has arrived in my trading, and the necessity of stop losses. Stop losses, if that question of if there's anything you could tell yourself, uh, uh, the beginner trader Kingsley, if there's anything you could tell him, what would you tell him? And I would like, on some bigger shit, like I told, keep being yourself, keep doing that, keep doing you. But as far as trading, use stop losses, bro. If there's anything you need to master, it's the use of stop losses, bro. If you're not losing money, you making it. You know what I'm saying? If you lose money slow, you got more chance to make it. You gotta live to trade another day, bro. Use your stop losses. Learn to accept them. I know you, just like everybody else, hates the idea of being stop hunted. But man, it would just save you so much money in the long run. That's why it's called a stop loss. Stop losing. Use your stop loss, bro. Yes, the necessity of stop loss, and that brings back a phrase that I had came up with along the way. Whatever rule, whatever, but just trade positionally with a stop loss, bro. And by positionally, that means adhering to structure. You see, in like it's a middle of a W and it's consolidating. You got like 3 candles going sideways right here. Put a sell on. Put your stop loss on. Trade positionally with a stop loss. But I got so into these candles and I in the progression, like I said, the way I would adhere to an indicator too much, sometimes I would adhere to a rule too much. I would adhere to just popping a big lot. It's gotta be popping big lots. We gotta make these moves. We gotta make it count. And the niggas is popping big lots in bad spots. You know what I'm saying? So it's again that cohesion. It's again, you gotta do it all. You gotta balance it. Everything gotta be accounted for. Everything gotta be accounted for. The market, the structure, the price action gotta look right. And then the MACD and the RSI for the most part is already gonna look right, but divergences do happen. So if it's like, you know what I'm saying, it's looking like it's set up for a buy, but the RSI is still mad high, it's probably gonna sell. So just sell the next swing high that occurs in the W. Like the W is gonna fail. You put it together. That's why these people, they rate their trades and before they put it on, so they know what stop loss. This is a 2-star trade, so I didn't put too much behind it. Just figured I'd make some money. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing too much of that. Just be popping this lot because if it makes this move, I want it to make this much money. Okay. So very, very recently, that has really, really made this emphasis on structure really hit and stick because it came from myself, you know, just refining my strategy. Like, the market moves and swings, and I will never think anything else. I will never think anything else. I done made too much money. Even things you can't see, I done made too much money. I done won too many trades targeting swings, bro. I know the market moves and swings, candlestick by candlestick. Even structurally, of course. But anyway, so I'm refining trading. So like I said, there you got this candle. You got this candle, right? Then this candle starts to break the high. Boom, it's a swing high. So I put on a sell, and that shit would keep going. So I put on another sell, and that bitch keep going. So like I said, I'll have a bunch of sales inside this big ass buying candle. But then what it's gonna do at the top? See what I'm saying? The market moves and swings, but I used to miss them shit. So I got the notion of the thing towards structure. Like, when you got the previous candle, this was the notion, this was my way of seeing it that I had just came up with before I got this piece, right? When it makes a equal high or low with the previous candle, like, that candle is about to decide, is it going to break and make a swing low, or is it going to be a double bottom and make that wick and go up? Like, so when I put on that first sell, it made the swing high from this equal low of candles, equal high of candles. When I put on that first sell, now it starts the market watch. Look for structure. So your ass don't put on another fucking sell and another sell while this shit is making an uptrend. You see what I'm saying? So I had just got the notion of structure to support the mechanic, right? The market mechanic that is swings. Then I said, bro, since I'm about to be rich and I just need to see more of that shit, like, it's, you feel me? I said, I'm gonna go watch some YouTubers. I'm gonna go watch Mamba or Doyle or somebody. I'm gonna go watch somebody. I went and watched Mamba. And this nigga Mamba FX showed his goddamn strategy. And he said in all his videos, I do this shit every time I trade breakouts, blah, blah. He put that line on that chart, and nigga, when I tell you everything clicked and I could see in 3D, 4D, 5D, the racks for me, bro. What, bro? What, man? I said, bro, because I done been looking at, like, I'm trying to get back to this, bro. I'm trying to get back to making $1,000 a day. I've been looking at the chart so in depth, bro. So now when he showed me, this man who frequently makes $100,000 in a trade, when he showed me that, when he put that shit on the chart, when he put that one trend line on the chart, and he said, yeah, when this breaks down, but man, after watching that video for the next 3 days, I made $100 a day. Then, you know, and so, of course, I'm still using my strategy, but it just helped, bro. This shit just, the cohesion, you know what I mean? That shit just went boom. So sometimes I'm trading Mamba style, sometimes I'm trading swing style, and sometimes I use Mamba style to help the swing style. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I was hitting. Then I kind of started, like, not trading so well because, I don't know, maybe I stopped giving a fuck. I started trading options. I'm into options now. I'm not saying that options really takes all my time, and, you know, just because you do something else, you should be bad at the other thing, but I'm not really tripping. Like, I haven't funded up anything. I got paid, and I haven't put any new money into my account. So it's kind of been like experimentation. Kind of, I don't know, but I've been losing money. I've been losing money the last couple of days. But before I made this video, I just hit 3 trades. It wasn't a lot, but it was just a calculated manner because I had this epiphany that made me want to make this video. And that was pretty much it. This epiphany, that epiphany of the market structure. And okay, so what it was the way I hit the trade. It was just the way I adhered to market structure and shit, man. Just the patience, like just seeing the way everything, the way I've refined myself and applied this strategy and that strategy and market mechanics, and I put on a buy limit, and then I put on a sell. Boom, to boom. You know what I'm saying? Profit into profit. And then I had hit something. I had hit a trade in gold. It's like, bro, I just had to make this video because, like, we really here, bro. It's really, this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life, bro. Adhering to these rules, appreciating this journey, appreciating the market, appreciating the racks, bro. And just trying to give back. You know, this is it for the rest of my life, bro. Victory is mine. Yes. Like, comment, subscribe. Be blessed.